Hey everyone, it's Tonic Hikari here again with another brand new video. Today we're back again in Disney Infinity 3.0, and today I'm going to be showing you guys my power disc collection. And for anyone that does not know what a power disc is or hasn't played this game, a power disc is like, they can come in a hexagonal shape or a circular shape, and you place them down on the Infinity base, and they'll pop an item, a power-up, into the game. They'll give you a mount, change your character's costume, change the sky, change the ground, stuff like that. So I thought, let me show off the collection I've built. It's not the biggest. I by no means am even close to having all of them. But no, I think it's a good collection. I think I'm content with where I'm at. And we're going to be using my favorite character, Stitch, though he's going to be popping in and out as we switch to some different characters. And we're going to start with the weapons. So let me go ahead and just pop the first one on here. So this one is a flamingo croquet mallet type of thing from Alice in Wonderland. So as you can see, you just kind of hit with a giant flamingo, which it's extremely funny. The feathers, as you can see, just kind of fly around. And when you attack, it does basically your basic attack combo stuff. So that's pretty basic. I think all of the weapons that are handheld are pretty basic for the most part. The next one we have here is going to be, if it's gonna load. Does it not load? Do I have to go somewhere? Oh, I think I have to go into here to equip it. Where is it? Here we go. The retro ray gun from the Tomorrowland movie. If you guys have seen that, I haven't personally seen the movie, but I was really interested in this pack because of the other power discs that I will show later. But it's a really good blaster. It functions pretty much just like the Toy Box blaster from the base game, and it does the job well. It has extremely high damage. So if I go in and drop an enemy for us, we will be able to see that it literally wipes him out 2 shots. 2 clean shots and he's out. And we can even get a bigger enemy, let's get someone that's relatively hard. The Wampas are the strongest characters, or second strongest, but let's see how fast you can take him down. So as you see, it's about 5 shots, and he's dead. He's clean gone, guys. So this is a really good power disc. It's actually one of my favorites when I didn't expect it to become one of my favorites. So there's that one. That was the retro ray gun. And then this last one is an epic power disc. Extremely hard to find online. I got this a while back though. This is Ghost Rider's Chain Whip, and it's really basic. It's just a simple whip, just does one type of attack. There's no different animations, but it looks really cool. I mean, Stitch looks 10 times more badass than he already does holding this chain whip, and I really like that. I think it's a cool addition to the game, and that's gonna end the 3 power discs I have for weapons in the game. So next we're going to move on to these are somewhat summons and some alternative weapons that you can put. So I have to kind of pick up Stitch here for a second and then plop him back down. Alright, so they take a while to charge up. So let me go ahead and plop down 2 of them, because they will take a while to charge up. So while we're doing that, while we're waiting for those things to kind of build up there and get ready for usage, I'm going to go ahead and start showcasing the mounts and vehicles. So this is the Absalom roller coaster from Alice in Wonderland. Really neat. I really love it. And he does play music. Ooh, let me make sure I don't have that on. Do not want to get copyright strike, am I right, guys? Alright, good. So he does play music from the original Alice in Wonderland film. And it looks really cool. And then I think one of the absolute coolest things, hold on, I'm trying to remember. Oh yeah. So if I boost, so hold on, I gotta drift here and build up some fuel. if I boost, he lets out all the little letters and shapes from the smoke. And I think that's really, really cool. That's a cool detail, and I really like it. So next we have Sleipnir, the Horse of Odin. The 8-legged Horse of Odin. And he is by far the coolest horse I think that's in the game. He looks badass, I'm not gonna lie. And just the way the 8 legs look when you run, and then when you go into full gear, like he is one long horse. Like you look at him, and I mean he looks like he could fit 2 people. He can't, but he looks like it. And it's just really cool. It looks especially cool if you have Thor or Loki, which I do. And you kind of just pop them on and you ride this with like the Asgard sky and the Asgard ground pack on. I think it looks beautiful. It's extremely well designed, and he just blends in with the rest of the characters pretty well. As you can see, like you can believe Stitch is riding him. Like it doesn't look too out of place. So the next one that we have here is going to be one of my favorites of all time. The Ghost Rider Flame Cycle, guys. Look at that, the Hell Cycle. It's called the Flame Cycle in the game because obviously hell was not a kid-friendly word, so we kind of had to change that around. But it looks beautiful, absolutely beautiful, and I'm gonna fall off the edge here, my bad. It looks gorgeous, guys. I mean, absolutely gorgeous. If you hold down triangle, you leave the flame trail, and it'll actually completely disintegrate enemies the moment they come in contact with it, which is kind of similar to the Tron light cycle that's already in the base game. But I mean, this thing looks absolutely gorgeous. Like you look at that, and it's amazing. It's a shame they didn't ever actually release Ghost Rider as a character. But if you have Jack Skellington, his head does go on fire if you're riding the motorcycle, which is really, really cool and a nice little Easter egg. The next one here is going to be the Slave One Boba Fett spaceship from Star Wars, and this is a really, really cool vehicle. I love Boba Fett. He's by far my favorite Star Wars character. And then of course they had to give him an overpowered weapon because he is Boba Fett. Boba Fett is a bounty hunter, so he has this really nice grenade launcher built into his ship, and I think it looks beautiful. And then obviously the ship goes the way it's supposed to when it lands, which is always a really nice touch. So moving on, we have, I believe this is a quad jumper. I don't remember, yeah, it's a quad jumper. I forgot which Star Wars film this is from. It came in the pack. I didn't really want it for this. But you know, it looks alright. It does the job well. Won't focus on that for too long. This next one is Luke Skywalker's Y-Wing, which was a really cool addition to the game. It's the only Y-Wing that's in the game, and it looks absolutely gorgeous. And oh yeah, it's a little too fast for me. There is an Easter egg where if you have Sully, let me hop out real quick so I can better show you guys. Oops. Alright, so if you have Sully and you ride in this, the droid in the cockpit area, I guess like the midsection actually, will actually change to Mike Wazowski holding his hands up like he's on a roller coaster. So, you know, he's kind of just flying through the air or space or wherever you're at and just kind of enjoying himself, which I think is really cool. So next we have General Grievous's wheel bike thing. I forgot the actual name of it, but this is freaking sick. Like, this is by far one of the coolest ground vehicles. I'm absolutely in love with it. It's one of the only ones where you can fire while you're riding, which is more along the lines of the flying vehicles in the game. And it's just beautiful. Like, the way it just tears up the ground, you can jump side to side and you can kind of see the legs kicking out there. And it's really, really cool. And then, obviously, when it's stationary, it's standing on all 4 legs. And I think that's cool. They really pay very close attention to detail in this game, down to the finest of things, which I adore. And from my other video, my Disney Infinity video, the Welcome to Disney Infinity, here is the giant-ass dinosaur. I believe his name is Butch. I don't remember. It's been a while since I've seen the good dinosaur. But he is the biggest mount in the entire game, guys. Look at him! He's fucking crazy. I love him so much. He is mean looking. I don't actually know that you can't. Can you? Yeah. So if you stay still, I mean, you can kind of shoot off to the sides if you just want to stand here and let him take all the damage for you, like a prick. But yeah, you can do that. He can run faster, and he leaves his little footprints there in the ground. And then we have his whole family. We don't just have him. This is his daughter. Not as big, but still very, very big. They all have their own speeds, you know, not everyone's as fast as the other one. And you can fire while you're on top of her. Again, I don't think they attack. Yeah, they don't attack at all. But they're very, very cool looking. Oh, I just dropped my disc. And then we have his son, which I also don't remember the name of. But look at him, he's so chubby and he's so cute. He is just a cute little dinosaur. And he also runs. And he just looks adorable. I think he's one of the cutest ones because he's just chubby. He's got that baby chubs, you know? And then the last mount we have, obviously, you can't have the good dinosaur without the good dinosaur himself, Arlo, our main man over here. And I do have Spot, but I don't have him around me right now for the video setup. So you can ride him with Spot, though. He does work on Spot. Oh. And obviously you can ride him with any other character. And I think he just looks really, really cool. He is by far one of the coolest ones. And he actually talks. He's one of the only ones that talks, which is amazing. And I think it's the original voice actor from the movie, I want to say. If it might not be. I'm pretty sure it is, though. I'm like 95% sure it is. And if it's not, oh well. Alright, so we have two of our other discs charged up. The event discs is what they're called officially. Did not look that up, it just came to my head. So let me show off one of them. So this is Mace Windu Galactic Team Up, and he will come in here. And you know what? Let me actually fix the difficulty for him, just to kind of, because he does have a timer that he's on. So he comes in and he helps you out. Like, he actually just comes in here and fights for you. And they have a lot of other power discs that are like this, where you kind of summon people to fight for you. I know they have Ant-Man, they have Winter Soldier, they have White Tiger, they have Yondu, I believe. Yondu's one of them. And there might be a couple, oh, Captain Marvel, a lot of Marvel ones from when Disney Infinity 2.0 came out. So there's that, and as you can see, he's already gone. And we also have this. So yeah, it is a time bomb. And normally, all the enemies would freeze in the center here. Like, they would be completely frozen, their blast would be frozen, everything. Everything would be frozen still. And it's a really cool effect. It's similar to Kylo Ren's freeze finisher move in the game. So let me pop those off real quick. And we've already showcased those, so I have to pop another two on here. And then we're gonna pop Stitch back on. And we're gonna move on to, let's see, we got the weapons over here. So we're actually gonna move on to, oh wait, no we can't. Shit. Alright. So we're gonna move on to theme discs, which are changing the sky dome or your terrain. So I have all these terrain pieces laid out, all the pieces that do change given whatever disc you have on. Or as you can see, I can go in here and there's already the ones that are loaded into the game. These are all the preset ones, so you can change it to the Death Star, you know. You want to rock some Star Wars, you know what I'm saying? So there's that. So the first one I have, this one actually came in today. So yeah, this is Nemo's Seascape, I believe, if it'll load. It's not loading. I think it's because I had it on before, so let me change that to something else. So we have my favorite Disney movie by far. Okay. Favorite Disney movie by far is Tron, and it's not loading. Come on. Come on, game. Okay. It's giving me a little bit of difficulty right now. Not sure why. Come on, what's happening? You guys are ruining my video. Okay, here we go. So this is the Tron world. I freaking love this, man. This is Tron is just like my favorite Disney movie, live action Disney movie, because Lilo and Stitch is my favorite animated one, or cartoon, and then Toy Story is my favorite animated. Very specific categories, guys. I don't like to pick favorites. But here you have Clue and Kevin Flynn's identity disc. You have the street lights. You have all this really cool scenery that you can apply to your levels, and it just looks amazing. I'm in love with Tron, so that really is a neat power disc right there. And then now let's see if we can try Nemo's Seascape, I believe it's called. This is going to change it to more of the traditional ocean look. And it looks really nice, guys. It looks beautiful. You have that volcano here from the original movie. I believe that was in the tank when he got caught by the dentist guy in that little area. All the little decorations, so you can really sell the look. And they do have a sky. I ordered the sky, it hasn't come in yet. Next we have, this is the Frozen Wonderland, I believe. So this is from the Frozen movie. I do have Elsa, but she's my sister, so I do not use her. All the other characters are mine, but that was the only one she claimed that she bought herself. But this looks beautiful. I like it. I used it for a Christmas level that I made, and I'm going to be showcasing some of my levels much later on in some other videos. But it just looks really beautiful. You can see the little crystal-like reflections and the little details and the designs you see. These little patterns. Beautiful stuff, guys. These trees look absolutely stunning. And I just think it's a good power disc. It's well worth it. These power discs are as cheap as 50 cents on eBay. So, I mean, they're not hard to come by. I am very skeptical when I get them, though, because I don't want to get something I'll be disappointed in. And we do have one event disc charged up real quick, so let me go ahead and pop that down. I believe this is the... let me see. This is the Resistance Tactical Strike from Star Wars, The Force Awakens. So you call it in, and if there were enemies there, they would all be obliterated. It is really cool. So they just straight rain down hellfire from above, and it's beautiful. It's absolutely beautiful. Next we have a combo pack. The sky and the land terrain stuff. This is Alice in Wonderland. This is my favorite Disney movie right behind Stitch, so this is my second favorite. I adore Alice in Wonderland. I think it's one of the best things ever. I have a bunch of collectibles for the movie and both movies, the cartoon and the live action. I have figurines and stuff. I have a whole lot of stuff. And I mean, look at this. You have the roses, you know, the dripping roses over here. You have this nice, the little forest area when she was going to see Mad Hatter. You get the little tree telling her all the confusing directions from the movie. The mushrooms, which they have a lot of mushrooms in the movie. I don't know if you guys knew that, but they were kind of hinting that she was high, like she's crazy basically. She's smoking too much. And there is supposed to be one. Yeah, here we go. You actually have the entire tea table, guys, from the Mad Hatter's tea party, and that is just really cool. And they do have Alice and Mad Hatter and Time from the movie, the live action movie. So you can totally, you know, create an Alice in Wonderland world and kind of just enjoy it, you know, actually immerse yourself with those characters. Next we have another combo, the Wreck-It Ralph Terrain and Sky Dome. This is Sugar Rush. This is Vanellope von Schweetz's original game in the movie. And this, I just got this because I like candy. I love sweets. And I was like, boy, I gotta get this. Like, because I'm hungry, but I don't want to eat sweets and ruin my teeth, so I can just stare at it all day. And it plays this really catchy freaking song, guys. Like, I don't know, I might throw it in there for like a couple seconds. Like I'll shut up real quick and I'll put the song in the video. Alright, so that was pretty cool. We got Stitch jamming out, like he knew exactly what I was talking about. He's like, boy, I got you. When you plugging in that music, I'm gonna just start dancing, fool. Let's go. Alright, So you got candy canes over here, the candy cane forest. You got lollipop trees. You got little gumdrop hills. More lollipops, more gumdrops. These are kind of like candy canes, kind of like a lollipop hybrid. Really good stuff in real life. And you know, it's just general candy. And then obviously you got King Candy. Is that what is his name? King Candy? I don't remember. You have his little castle over there though. And then it says Sugar Rush over there. So that would be what the people that are playing the game look at. So we're going to take that off. And we have another event disc charged up. This is Darkhawk's Blast from Marvel. So you just kind of call that in. And he just comes down and starts bulldozing people. A lot of these are like little lasers that come down from the sky. So to some people it might look like it gets a little repetitive, but I think it looks nice. So we're going to pop the last two that we have for event discs on there. Let those charge up. And next we're going to move on to some Star Wars power discs. This is another combo. These are the skies and the lands of Felucia, which is a very fluorescent planet that Anakin and Obi-Wan visited, I believe, in the Clone Wars series. That looks like Pride Rock over there. That might be Pride Rock. That might be a reference to Pride Rock. But as you can see, a lot of lights, a lot of lighting objects, I meant to say. And I don't know what that is, but it looks like a heart, like a blue heart. Do you see that? That's actually kind of creepy. It's all veiny too. Like, ugh, that is that is not something I want to see. I don't know what this is. I don't know. They're all fictional planets, obviously, but they look really, really cool, and I really like them. It's a very cool level. It's cool for Star Wars fans. If you're not a Star Wars fan, it probably looks pretty dull to you. But I love Star Wars. I love a lot of things. So the last two here are the Tomorrowland power disc, and this is what I pretty much got the Tomorrowland pack for, besides that time bomb I showed you guys. This is just beautiful. Look at that. Like, these are so crisp. They're so clean looking with that white trim. You got the nice clear waters. Beautiful grass. It's just so green. Then you have these nice spires and pillars, little benches, a bus stop. You have a whole lot of stuff, and then the background is just beautiful. And they even went as far. I mean, this is some pretty realistic cornfields, guys. Look at that. Like, I don't know if they took pictures of actual cornfields and then just kind of copied and pasted it. And I fell down. Oh well. They kind of just like copied and pasted it into the, I don't know what that would be called, the bottom of the sky dome, I guess. But it looks beautiful. It definitely shows the detail. I mean, you can look on all the way to the horizon, and it kind of just feels real, you know? I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if they took this straight out of the movie. And do the clouds move? Let me see. The clouds do move, guys, so there's even moving clouds. So there's a lot of detail there. I appreciate it. And that rounds up all of the terrain and sky dome power discs that I have. So there is that. And yeah, so I'm kind of at a crossroads here because I have to showcase these last two event discs, and kind of gotta wait for them to charge up. Kinda gotta wait. So we're just gonna pop down some enemies. B1 battle droid, or the battle droid. Now, the battle droid commanders are annoying because they do like some weird buff to their teammates. I'm like, bro, this ain't an RPG. It's supposed to be buff on your teammates. It's just a Disney Infinity game. And by the way, I have people telling me, you know, hey, Disney Infinity is for kids, bro. And I'm like, it's not for kids. It's not. Like, if you're an adult, they give you enough tools where you gotta know you have a lot of math skills, you gotta know some science, you gotta know a lot of stuff to work some of the tools that are in the game. For example, if I come in here and let's see, power spheres. So I mean, they give you stuff to make, you know, tower defense levels. Like, I mean, you have to learn how to work the camera, how to trigger the camera when certain players do certain things. They have all these pieces for you to decorate. And then the more advanced stuff is here. So you have a super cannon, which you can angle on different snaps on a grid, or you can freeform it. to whatever angle you want, and it'll launch you forward. You have a whirlwind. You do have dynamic weather control in here, so there's that. You have all these fans that'll blow you up or to the sides, elevators you can pop down, conveyor belts that actually take you. This is a pass-through platform, which is basically like Mario, and I'll showcase that right now. Let me show you guys. Where did I? Okay. So in Mario, you know, you can jump up from a platform, but then you can't jump back down. So that's what this is. So you jump up, and then it's solid. So it's kind of like a platforming thing. So if you're from a side view, if you're trying to make a side scroller game, you can totally pop that down, and you can use that. There's just a whole lot of stuff, you know, and it's not just a kid's game. The attention they put into the characters to make them feel genuine, you know, an adult's gonna appreciate that. If you're a kid, yeah, you know, they're just characters. You know, you like a character, you play him. I have a lot of characters. I have way more characters than is probably normal for just a player of the game. I'm a collector. But you really appreciate every little detail they put. So like Stitch, his block when he moves forward as a dodge, he crawls, you know? And that's really cool. He can even wall climb if I put something down that he can wall climb on. So they even have it so it's specific surfaces too, which I think is good. You know, you don't want to have like some really unrealistic building mechanic, you know, like, hey, I can climb straight up this building, or I can climb up straight up I don't know, something like it's really rounded and sleek, you know, like a mirror. So, you know, you can come up here, and he crawls really, really fast too. And he doesn't crawl like Spider-Man, he doesn't crawl like Ant-Man, he crawls like Stitch. And I think that's really cool, and I'll leave that there. Alright, so we have our power disc ready. So this is the Tesseract, guys, from the Marvel Cinematic Universe. This thing's a beast, look at that. Look at that thing go. So it just starts obliterating people. And then we have the Nova Core Strike from Marvel also, and it's probably gonna miss. I think it's gonna miss. Oh no, it's not gonna miss. I forgot. So that thing is also very, very brutal. Rains down hellfire from the Nova Core. So that rounds out the event power discs that we have available. And sorry guys, I have everything organized in a specific way, so. Alright, so now we're moving on to costume power discs. So let me slap on Donald Duck here. Our homie from another pony, I don't know, whatever rhymes with homie. So we slap on the Keyblade. This is his Kingdom Hearts uniform. It is called One for All, is the official title of the power disc. And it looks awesome. Donald by himself is just a really cool character, you know, his typical sailor uniform. But this just really, really looks 10 times better to me because I love Kingdom Hearts. So you can actually have him, you know, running around with the Keyblade, looking exactly like he did in the game, and it's beautiful, guys. It's absolutely beautiful. And sadly, I don't have the Mickey Mouse one. It's like $300 on eBay, and I'm gonna get it. Mark my words, homies, I'ma get that. Because Mickey Mouse in his Kingdom Hearts uniform is worth 300 smackaroos, let me tell you. So I'm gonna get that one day. One day soon. One day indeed. But yeah, you know, the costume change discs, they don't really do too much. They'll give you like bonuses, so like, you know, some of the characters have faster reloading. Some of the characters get extra experience. Stuff like that, little bonuses for wearing them, which is always a good thing. You always want, you know, a reason to have a different costume for your characters. So moving on, next we have one for Iron Man, and this is his Mark 42 uniform from the Iron Man 3 movie. And this one is gorgeous. This took me a while to get my hands on, because it was running pretty expensive on eBay, guys. I don't know, but you know, I finally got it, and it's well worth the money. I love it. I love the MCU movies costumes in the game. I don't actually enjoy the movies too much because I kind of think they taint the characters a little bit, but the costumes in the game are way more detailed than most of the other costumes that are based in the game. But this one just looks beautiful. So let me show some of his moves. As you can see, I mean, there's a whole lot you can do with him. And he just looks cool in this uniform doing all these moves. You know, that just looked really, really sick. I really love it. I think this is one of my favorite uniforms actually that's available in the game. Next we have a classic from the comics from Secret Wars. This is, if it'll load, it's not gonna load. Do I have to, okay. Hopefully it's loading. This is going to be, or it's not going to be, or it may not be, it may be, it might do that with that. Alright. Alien symbiote from the Secret War comics when Spider-Man first donned that costume. And it looks amazing, guys. Like, let me show you regular Spider-Man. You know, he looks alright. I've always loved Spider-Man's regular costume, and he looks awesome, right? But then, you know, you see that black suit Spider-Man, and oh my gosh, guys, it's so shiny. It makes him look a little bit slimmer, you know? He's supposed to be a slim dude, he's Spider-Man. And he just looks awesome, guys. And you can web swing in the game, in case anyone's wondering. Really cool. And you can just plop onto a building here, and he crawls like Spider-Man, obviously. And it's just beautiful, guys. It's just beautiful. This black suit is just really cool. They do have an alternative figure for 3.0 of Black Suit Spider-Man. It's a completely different figure. He has a different moveset, different punches, different kicks, different super move, different animations in general. But this is just strictly a costume change disc. And if you plop this costume disc onto the Black Suit Spider-Man, it'll change him into his original red and blue attire. So that's cool if you want to have two different Spider-Man with two different movesets. So next we have Guardians of the Galaxy, and this is straight from the Marvel reboot of the Guardians of the Galaxy. This is the more modern Gamora in her spacesuit, which I think looks really, really cool. She definitely looks prettier in her base uniform, I guess. Her hair looks better, but this suit looks 10 times better than what the base looks like. And she has her pistols, and I believe you can charge them up. Yeah. She shoots out these crazy bubble things which is like zoom in on targets and just obliterate them. But she is just really, really cool in this uniform. It definitely fits her more. They tried to do MCU Gamora and it didn't translate well, I guess, into the game. And it really shows. I think it looks more awkward, if anything. But this looks more like the style of Disney Infinity. It fits. It looks very detailed, as you can see all the little lines and stuff. I mean, even her rib cage area has some lines that you can barely see, but they're there. And I think that's a really, really cool touch to her uniform. Next we have from the, if I can remember for the life of me, I can't remember the comic he's from. I believe it's the Ultimate Comics, I want to say. I may be wrong though, don't quote me on that. This is the Ultimate Iron Fist costume, and I just freaking adore this. This is just the absolute best costume for Iron Fist. And let me pop down the enemies, because he does have like this glowing effect when you hit enemies. And I just think it looks cool on the white more than the green and yellow suit that he has. So let me pop that down. And so you hold this down, right? So yeah, if you hit an enemy successfully with that attack, look at that. Just look at that, guys. Oh my god. He looks like a beast, yo. The eyes, the hands, the dragon. Like, this dude's ready to mess you up. That's all I'm saying, is he is ready to mess you up. And then he just looks cool with all his base attacks, you know? Like, you see that? His holding down triangle attack. He's just got a whole lot of cool moves, and they look 10 times cooler with this costume disc on. That's all I'm saying. So we're moving into a Disney character here, Disney original. This is Mr. Incredible, and this is his Glory Days suit from the beginning of the Incredibles film. And you know, the Incredibles 2 is coming out, so I actually might be using this more often. Using him as a character in celebration of that. Maybe I'll do a couple videos with him. And he looks really cool. He is actually one of the strongest characters in the game, which is surprising, because he was released in the original Disney Infinity, which I guess you could call 1.0 since they started labeling them with numbers after this. But I mean, he is just awesome. I really like the blue. I'm a sucker for blue. It's my favorite color. But he just looks 10 times better, guys. 10 times better in this suit. And look at that. Like his moves are just crazy, and he just looks like a straight up savage, bro. Like when he's attacking, you just feel it. You see that? Like, I don't know, he's just so destructive. He's so destructive with his abilities. He's comparable to the Hulk in this game, honestly, in terms of his strength. Next we have Finn from Star Wars The Force Awakens. And this is his clone trooper outfit. And I was really hoping when they announced this that he would have a helmet, because I love stormtroopers. They look cool. I think they look sleek in the Force Awakens film. And I was like, dude, that's gonna be sick. I get to play as a stormtrooper. But they left his helmet off and I was a little disappointed. But I can't deny that that armor looks freaking sick regardless. And his fire rate is just insane. He's like the fastest firing character I've ever seen in the game. It's crazy. He does have faster reload in this outfit, as long as you're aiming. And I believe he has bonus damage increase too, as long as you're aiming. So that's always good. That's a little bit of a help for you, especially if you're playing the Star Wars playsets where you have the story mode and missions and stuff. That'll actually help you in combat, you know, save a little bit of time reloading. So we're gonna move on. Next we have the Bouche disguise, I believe is how you say it, for Princess Leia. And this is where this is what she wore when she went to save Han Solo from Jabba's palace when he was frozen in the carbonite. And it's a really cool disguise. I was surprised that they put the helmet on her, because they normally don't alter the costumes that much, but you can tell they went above and beyond, and it just really shows. And you feel like the bounty hunter version of Leia in this. You really feel like you're ready to infiltrate some super secret base and kick ass. And it really helps if you have Boba Fett, 2-player or online. You know, you have Boba Fett and then this disguised version of Leia. You feel like a little bounty hunter squad. And they did say they put this in here because obviously they couldn't do Slave Leia for Disney Infinity. But we would all want Slave Leia. Let's just be real here. Next we have what is preferable to me, because I hate his pilot uniform. This is Poe Dameron in his jacket that Finn took from him, and he pulls it off way better in this game. He's got his cool little pistol move there, and he looks awesome. He looks 10 times better. His pilot suit just sucks in my opinion. I never liked the pilot suits in Star Wars, but yeah, this is preferable. I will always play him wearing this Power Disc costume, because I just like it way more than I like his original costume. And that leaves us to the last one. This is the only pilot suit I will ever be okay with. And it's a character that I used to hate, but I fell in love with him because of this game. This is the boy Luke Skywalker, my guys, my homies, my friends. And I know he had a green lightsaber, I believe, when he was wearing this suit. And he naturally has a blue lightsaber, but there's this lightsaber pack you can slap on. This is in the base game. All these are in the base game. And it actually blends. It's the exact same thing he was wearing in this costume. So when you attack, he's actually going to have the green lightsaber. And you can do combos. Really cool combos. So it just works. It looks the part. You have your force jump there. He has a pistol. He has his pistol too, so that's always good. So they really sold the look. And in case anyone's wondering what his base costume is, because I don't think I've showed him off before, it's just a simple tunic. I was really hoping he had the black, all black costume that he had, I think, at the last film. I don't remember the film's names from the original ones. I don't watch those as much. I prefer the prequels. But the last film, when he fought the Emperor and Darth Vader, and all that whole jazz happened, I believe that's where he wore the black suit, and that's what I was really hoping for, because I think he looks 10 times better in that black suit than he does in this suit. But yeah, guys, I do believe that that is going to be all that we have available to us. Yep, that is all that we have. So now, I'm just going to show you guys a preview of the character I'm going to be showcasing next for skills. And I guess their level showcase and their move showcase and stuff. I do have one character, there's already a video pre-recorded, that is going to be Nick Wilde. So yeah, I'm waiting to make that a public video. But in the meantime, the video that will follow that one in terms of a showcase level, if I can find it, I think I just went the long way around. I passed it again, didn't I? Yep, I sure did. So I think you guys can put it together if you're paying attention to the ground texture I slapped on. If not, then this will definitely sell it, and if not, you're probably dumb and you should probably stop watching this video and go back to kindergarten. Learn about your context clues, homie. Alright, so the next character for the character showcase is going to be... the little, not gonna say the N-word, the little homie Nemo. Anyways, guys, thank you guys for coming out. Thank you guys for watching the video. Be sure to leave a like, comment, and subscribe for more content. I'm gonna start uploading a lot more frequently. I've been trying to. So if you don't have notifications on, turn notifications on.
And remember, peace in these motherfucking streets.
You got a secret, like you victorious. I'm back on a Tuesday and fuck it feels glorious.